Hello, I'm here again today and I'm going to be showing you how to add facial features to an image that doesn't contain any. Most of the digital images or stamps that you get these days don't actually show the nose, bridge of the nose and the shading around the eyes that would be created down this band here. So I'm going to show you today how I do that. The image I'm going to use for this is an expanded image of Carly Girl, which is by Crafts and Me, and the colours that I'm going to be using are E11, E00 and E000 from the Copic range. Now to start the image, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the E00 and I'm going to draw where I believe the nose and features should be. So I'm going to draw under the eye here and across the top of the eye here. Bring it slightly down and round. I don't know if you can see that. You will as the a darker colour goes on. I'm going to do the same on this side. And it's to give me an idea where I'm going to take my darker colour, because a lighter colour you can always take out easier than the darker colour. And now I'm going to draw just down the nose where I believe that would be. So I'm going to take a line down there and also down there. And the other thing that we always look for in our images is that we need some lovely rosy cheeks, which are even lighter or darker, whichever you choose. And I'm just going to put that in here as well. And the same on the other side. Obviously her hair's coming across there. Okay. So I don't know if you can see it. I'll just try and lift that up for you. You see it there. I've drawn in facial features with the E00. Now I'm going to go in with my E11 and put these features in like permanent. So taking it over where I took the other, here, just taking it over where I've just drawn. Say if I'd have got it wrong then and it didn't look right, I would have easier taking it out than with the darker colour that I'm using now. Now I'm not going to go over the cheeks on this, but I am going to go over the nose. So I'm taking it down on both sides. So quite a little bit underneath there as well, and a little bit underneath there. Now the next stage would be to obviously put the shading in around her hairline, so I'm going to do that as well, just to show that there is not too much, but just the darker shading under the hair as it licks through the face. I'm going to turn my image, because I'm terrible for colouring and I do like to move my image around. So I'm just highlighting around her face, around there, where the hair's going to go. Obviously not across where the cheek's been lightened ready for me to finish off. Around the ears, not across the bottom. And then just where the face would be rounded, so it would be darker on the outside of the face. Not too much. I am doing this as a front-on light view. Obviously, if the light was coming from a different direction, then you might have more shading to this side of the face. So I've put my darker colour in, and I'm now going to go back in with my E00. I'm not taking out my little white cheek areas, and it might be slightly lighter across here. So I'm just going to put a little piece in there that might be lighter. So I remember not to colour over it. And then I'm going to go in and colour and blend where that space is. Now with Copic, sometimes you have to go over a couple of times to get that line that you've put in to come out. There you go. Taking it up. Again, not going into the space, but going underneath that space. There you go. Still needing to take that line out. There we go. Now, down the bridge of the nose will also be lighter, so I'm not going to touch that area, but I am going to come to the side of it. And at the same time, just blending that line out, and then coming down around the eye area. Now, when I'm colouring, excuse me, when I'm colouring my faces, your Copic pens do need to be really juicy. So, you know, if there's any sign of a whiter tip than what you normally have, where the colour isn't showing fully, then you will need to top those up and you know, get them nice and juicy. There we go. Again, avoiding the cheek areas. And now colouring in that space down there. Small, tiny circular motions do help with the blending. As you can see where I haven't done that, you can still see some lineage. Now I'm just going to cover that area there. It's not going to be as much lighter section on there. I'm just bring it across here. Okay. So there's not going to be a definite stop where the line with the nose and the lighter bit hits, so you're not lining it across there. Bringing it under the eyes. Again, missing the nose and the cheeks. Just colouring around, blending in that darker area. Coming down the side of the face, around that cheek. And again, under the nose where you put that darker piece in, because that's the darker area, across the top of the lips. And down. She's got a pronounced chin, you might have a space there. This one I'm not going to do that. Blend it all in, bringing it round. Just finally colouring the last little sections in. There you go. Now already you can see that she's got some facial structure. So now I'm going to take the E-O-O-O and we're going to, again, go all over the area. And that's where your lighter sections of the face are going to come through, over the bridge of the nose, that forehead that we're just licking that light as it comes over, and the bridge of the nose now across that section there, blending in the little line that you put down for her nose. A bit bigger circles now. I'll just need to colour the size of the image that I've blown this up to for you so you can see. And across the cheek areas, and blending it all in. Now this can take, you know, quite some time, especially on an image this size. And it's about, you know, you might need to go back in with the lines for the facial features, and you might need to darken up some of the areas that you've gone over. The EOOO, being the lighter colour, will take out lines, so if you've actually put a line in and you're not happy with it, yeah, the EOO will take it out for you quite easily. Again, you could use your colourless blender, but in the main I don't tend to need to use that, because I find that if I put a line in wrong, just by rolling it down here, look, I can take that line out, and I might want to put it back in slightly in a different angle if I put it wrong. There you go. Again, with it being quite a big image, to colour for you. It's taking a little bit longer than it normally would for me. And I can go back to an image several times once it's dried and the alcohol's dispersed off the paper, just to see what it looks like. There you go. So, as you can see, you've got a lighter area here, and a lighter area here. You've got a lighter bit where it would be sitting as the light hits the face. I'm not quite so happy with that, but it shows you the general idea. I think because it's a larger image, I would need to go over it quite a few times to get the colour how I wanted it. But that's the idea for you, so that you can actually add facial features to your own images. Thank you very much.